Welcome back to another video. I am Jumponturtles, and today we're going to be talking about Toski, Bearer of Secrets. We're actually going to be not just be talking about him, but we're going to be playing games with him too. So, Toski, Bearer of Secrets is a 1/1 squirrel. He can't be countered. He's indestructible. Must attack each turn if able, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So, he's doing lots of stuff. And we just want to draw lots of cards and keep playing more things. Let's look at the list. We got Ascendant Packleader. This is a new card that is just really good, 2/1 for 1. So we definitely want to put him in there. And then Blizzard Brawl, a fight is one of our only ways of removal, so we're going to play that. Deathbonnet Sprout. I like how this card just goes from being a 1/1 to a 3/3 for 1 mana, and it doesn't take long. Also get some stuff in your graveyard. I don't know if it's relevant in this deck, but um, it can have this stuff in the graveyard for its own effect. Llanowar Elves, Mana Ramp, always need. Pelt Collector, just to get big. You can get big really fast. And Shadow Spear for the lifelink and trample. Destiny Spinner to combat those counter spells and let our creatures land on the board. Throat Chamber Guardian, just he gets big real fast. Turn 3, you have a 5/5 out. Or wait, a 4/4 out, sorry. Jolrael, extra creatures whenever you draw cards, and this guy right here, the commander, makes it so you draw cards, so I think she's just kind of like necessary in here. We have Crow Harpooner. It's a 3/2 for 2 with reach, and whenever he enters, he can do some stuff. Fight Flyer. Lotus Cobra, mana ramp, ranger class. This just helps you get all your guys bigger, and it creates a token for you. Scavenging Ooze. Exile target card from a graveyard. I mean, everybody knows this card's amazing. Pretty much run it all the time just because the graveyard hate as often as you want. And also, he gets bigger while you do it. Barkhide Troll. He's just a 3/3 for 2 and potentially protection. Seer Farron helps your team get bigger. And that's all we're trying to do here, just make everything get big and get through. Werewolf Packleader, again, whenever you attack with 6 creatures, or power 6 or greater, you draw cards, so that's more card draw. And then he's just 3/3 for 2, so just a big guy. We do have a mana rock in here, just because it's harder to kill a mana rock, I think, than a creature, so I won't run it like a Paradise Druid. And then Blackblade Reforged to put on our Toski and make him real big and actually kill things whenever they block, because they're usually always going to block him, or always have something that they can block him with. Boreal Outrider. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if you pay a white, a snow, that creature comes in with a +1 counter, and we are running snow mana just for that, making everything get bigger. Also, there's another card. I mean, putting the 1/1 counters is great. Just like the Henge, if it's in here somewhere. Great Henge. One of the few non-creature cards. There's a couple, but not many. We want mostly creatures. And then Group's Uprising, more card draw. Hound Tamer. This card just puts +1 counters on things with your extra mana, and it's a 3/3 for 3 with trample that turns into a 4/4. Also gives your other wolves and werewolves trample whenever it's transformed, so really good. Croson Grip, the best artifact and enchantment removal in green. Can't be countered. Love Struck Beast, just a big body. 3 mana for a 5/5. Primal Adversary. He can get real big, make lands turn into creatures or whatever. Whenever you put the counters on him. Augur of Autumn, more card advantage. Bruce Harbinger, potential card advantage. Also just hexproof from black. I always think it's protection from black, and I make lots of mistakes, but it's hexproof from black. Kazandu Mammoth, just a 3-drop that gets bigger. Potentially you just play it with the land. Varus helps you get some more advantage from playing all the creatures we're going to be playing. And he's a 3/3. I mean, he's just a good creature. We're playing Circle of Dreams Druid. Tap, add a green for each creature you control. Old Growth Troll. 4/4 for 3 with trample. That creates another 4/4 eventually when he dies. Yorbo, 4/4 that gets bigger. And then Heraldic Banner. It's a mana rock that pumps all your creatures. The Seeker's Chariot. This card is like a staple. So good. Just so powerful. Great tokens. Copies tokens. Gem Razor. More artifact and enchantment removal. And I like to mutate onto Toski with it sometimes, making him a 4/4 with trample that draws a card when he deals damage. Gore Claw, Terror of Quasima. This card just makes a lot of your other stuff cost less. Guardian Project also gives all your things trample that are power 4 or greater when he attacks. Guardian Project, every card you play won't have the same name as another card in play, so you always draw when you play a creature. Nilia Keen-Eyed, Indestructible, card advantage, makes creatures you cast cost less. Oracle Mtga, more card advantage, more mana ramp technically. You can play your lands off top of your deck. Beast Whisperer, more card advantage. Every time you play a creature, Null Hide Pharaoh, Ferox. This guy's just a 6/6 for 4. You can't cast non-creature spells when you cast them, but you don't have to really worry about that. And they can make him lose the ability, and if a spell or ability opponent causes you to discard him, you get to put him on the battlefield. So he can just come out early against some weird situations potentially, but more importantly, he's a 6/6 for 4 with hexproof. Questing Beast, just an amazing aggro card. Does so much. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. When it can't be blocked by creatures with toughness 2 or less, and its combat damage can't be prevented. Or wait, by any of my creatures. I thought it was just him. And when it does combat to an opponent, it does that much to target planeswalker they control. So it does a lot. RADHA, every creature is going to come into play with a +1 counter on it. Shifting Ceratops, protection from blue, can't be countered. That could be real important, but also you can give him haste, you can give him trample, you can give him reach. Tendershoot Dryad, this helps us get really wide, really fast. Shea, Soul of the Wind, this helps us ramp. This helps us just play a really big guy. He's just a big creature. Battle Mammoth, more card advantage. If they want to target some of our stuff, at least we get something back for it. And trample. Elder Gargoth, 6/6. 3 great effects. He makes 3 creatures, gains life, draws a card, whatever one you want. Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Froghemoth, this guy gets bigger, and you can exile cards with them, so when he deals damage. God Eternal Ronus, all your creatures get double power whenever it enters, so this helps you finish the game. A lot of the time, we got Nissa, helps you get wide, more creatures on the board. Vivian Reed, this card is just some really good card advantage / removal, artifact, enchantment, or flying creatures. And then Unnatural Growth, each combat we get double power and toughness of all the creatures. So another way to help is just win the game. Vorinclex, Trample Haste, does a lot. All our counters are going to be doubled. Kogla fights a creature when he enters and destroys artifacts and enchantments. Ugin for more removal, card advantage, and raise Forerunners, just another way to finish the game off. Great Henge, I mean this card goes in like almost any green creature deck. And Ghalta, Primal Hunger. Castle Garenbrig is going to be 26 or 36 snow-covered forests, Blast Zone, Crawling Barrens, Faceless Haven, and Field of Ruin. That's the deck, and let's just get right into some games. Alright, let's go into game 1. I do want to say, like, green is probably, like, the easiest color to build in Brawl right now. If you don't have a lot of cards and you just want to find something that will work for you to get some wins off. Green is probably one of the colors I would go with, just because there's so many good cards that, I mean, there's so many cards that can hold their own in this format. Green seems pretty easy to build. There's a lot of different, like, alternatives to cards. You don't have the mammoth, you can get the gorilla, you know. You might have the gorilla or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think green is the one that feels the easiest for me to build, at least with the way I like to play. And I actually tend to be a control player more, but I play every kind of deck. But I lean towards control mostly. So we're going up against RADHA. There to KELD. So this hand seems decent, not bad. We could do a turn 1 Love Struck Beast. What's it called? Heart's Desire? Okay, Heart's Desire. They didn't play anything, they played a tap land. So we play that, play our Cobra. Then we have a couple options for next turn. RADHA, Heart of KELD. Let's look at what she does. Heart of KELD. I said air to KELD. As long as it's your turn, RADHA, Heart of KELD has first strike. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play cards from the top of your library. Okay. We're gonna play a land. We'll get a mana. We'll get green. I think we play the Nilia here. And then next turn we could either turn around with him. Or start playing some of these creatures for less. I don't know. We will see. See if I draw a land or not. That'll make up the difference. RADHA, the old RADHA was one of my favorite commanders. The days before Brawl, the original RADHA. RADHA gets what's it? No blocks. I'll take that. But we didn't get the land. So let's turn on Nilia and attack with Nilia. This is just a pretty resilient board state right now. It's hard for, I mean, I don't think they have any answer to Nilia in their colors, and if they do something to him, he comes back. So I think their best play in a deck like, which I'm guessing is an aggro deck, is probably to just play creatures. Okay, RADHA. Okay, I think I want to play this. Hope to draw a land. Didn't draw a land. We'll do 2 attacks. Well, at least I get another draw off this next turn if it's still there. And they scooped. Okay, that's a win. We're right back with the next game. On to game 2. Her grid. Her grid is going to be. This is going to be a fun match. Not the best hand. I'm going to mulligan. Okay, I'll keep this one and I'll put a land back. Start with the forest. Okay, we're going to definitely use our Field of Ruin on that castle when we get a chance. He's Mind Tome. Put our Cobra out. It'll probably get killed. I would kill it. Brexton Tower. Yeah, walk the plank on the Cobra. Well, I'm not too dependent on him right now anyway. I'm gonna Toski out. Now, I'll play the Hound Tamer. Waste not the rest. I'm gonna get rid of the blade, yeah. And they drew a card from it. I think Waste Not's a really good card in that deck. The list to it, obviously, but I think you want to run a lot of hand destruction just in general, and making them discard is the best way. So. We'll put out Toski. We'll attack for 3. We get to draw a card too. Don't really care about the tower too much. I do care about that castle though. Okay, they're gonna draw a card off their Maze Mind Tome. Draw a card. I'm hurt. Yep, we'll pay for it. Attack them both. I'm expecting that he probably just blocks them both. Maybe double blocks here, but just took the 3. Okay, I'll take the card. We're gonna see Turgid here. Need to swarm. Okay. Okay. Well, that probably looked really good for him. Hurt a little. But Wargle will die out. We will attack. Yeah, I probably should have done to them. Okay, so we drew 2 cards, and now I can play this land, move that off the top. Don't care about that guy. We can get rid of Waste Not. If he plays this as a lantern, we can kill it. But I'm gonna probably mutate onto him. Yeah, he's gonna play as Turgid. Okay. Attacking the zombie to play a spell to get effect off him immediately, or no? No. Things works out pretty well though. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can play additional land. I'm dumb. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Mutate Toski. Go to combat. Wait, you can see everything in my hand? Hmm. And we'll fight him. Double battle. And we will also get rid of the castle. That's also going to thin this deck out. So this is, I think it's a really good play to just get rid of this castle now while I can. I really haven't had another chance to, so it worked out perfectly. Maybe I should have waited till a later phase. Thought that was. Didn't realize the mana was in his mana pool either. Okay, Mortal Sun. Let's go. I can't play him off the top. Unless I play it as a land. I don't think I want to. Let's do this guy. Fuck. He scooped. I guess he knew what I was about to do. Well, that's still a win. On to game 3. Okay, game 3, we're going against GALNOK the Omnivore. GALNOK. I don't know if I want to keep this. I don't even know what that card is. This one is. Oh, this guy. I like that guy. I'll get a free mole here. Not much better, but not too bad. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Now turn 3, we go into Heraldic Banner. Turn 4, we could go into Battle Mammoths, we can go into Toski. We can do whatever we want turn 4. Okay, they're ramping up. Let's look at what GALNOK. Whenever a frog you control attacks middle 3 themselves, whenever permanents put in your graveyard from your library, exile with a pro counter on it, you may play lands. Exile with those. Spells, exile with it. Let's do this. Might not be the fastest way to do this, but definitely. I do have 3 snow permanents, so. Okay, I just had a little bit of technical difficulty. Phone call there. Alright, they play this guy when he enters Mountain exile card from the graveyard. Spells cost 1. Oh, yeah, him. Okay. I'm going to go with the Battle Mammoth here. And no attacks. Unfortunately, this guy stopped me from attacking. I'll definitely be running him if I had him. When I get him, I'm going to put him in here. I do come back to this list, which I feel like I will. Anytime I want to play green, I'll come to this list. Ooh. Looks like we're doing similar things here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's going to be a bad game. Going nowhere fast. Both of us. Okay. That might be his saving grace right there. Here comes Grona. Okay. He attacks. Bill 6 up himself. Oh. Really don't know what to do at this point. Give somebody +3/+3. Leaves me open. Can't really do anything. Got a tiny window to turn sideways so far. Not good. Not good for this deck. Especially he has a lot of card advantage coming up. Every time he turns something sideways, he's going to be able to mill 6 cards, and any permanent milled, he can exile, and he can play the cards. I'm guessing he goes for like a Jace kind of strategy here. Looks for the Jace to mill himself to death. I wonder what happens if we get rid of him. If we get rid of the other one, can he still cast this stuff? I don't think so. I think that's how it works. Persistent Petitioners. Okay. He doesn't need to attack. He's trying to mill himself. But attacking helps him do that. I have a couple guys with trample. We can put this out. Oh, I can't play it. Hmm. He's doing too much for me. Can't keep up. Might be the end of it. Still, we could draw. I don't think there's a way out of this. We're gonna call it a loss and go into game 4. I like that. I like that commander a lot. Okay, here we go against AEGAR, the Freezing Flame. I like this hand. Let's run it. I think AEGAR is the giant. Yeah, when a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage. If a giant wizard or spell you control dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. Put out our ranger class. Okay, so he put out AEGAR. We're gonna fight his flyer. Then enter. I could have got my own 3/3 out, but okay. Next turn we go for Toski probably. Depends. I can't block it. You could have something to do. Next turn we can use that. But yeah, we're gonna go for Toski. He'd probably counter it. Oh, it can't be countered. Never mind. I forgot about that part. Draw 2. Refill our hand. Ooh, Jolrael. Barkhide Troll. But we're gonna go for the big guy next turn. Fight the giant. I'll still take 2 off this, but whatever. Wait, is there any target? We'll fight him. I should have just fought the other guy. Then I could have swung at all 3 of these. Right now, I'm not going to swing at all 3. Next turn, we'll have up to 7 mana. 2, 4, 7. Maybe this guy instead. Probably this guy instead. So let's activate. Let's play. Oh, we have to do it all before, because otherwise I won't have the mana. So we have to do like that. We'll do him. Then we'll do this guy. And then we go to combat. I was going to flick him too. Something's getting through. The 7's getting in. We draw a card, trigger, get a token. Ooh, nice. I'll put him in my hand. Okay, buddy. See what you did. We're gonna end up taking 10. I discard? Or, I mean, did I play land? Keeping some of the littler stuff here probably would have been better, but we can get a little nuts. No matter what it's on. Addy. Addy. Okay, we'll play the forest. Not going to be drawing here. We want to get him back out. That'll at least give me an indestructible blocker if he wants to turn something sideways next turn. One more mana, we'll do Ranger class. And oh, I could have used my castle and had one more. We'll do the Jolrael. Yeah, I had that guy. I forgot about him. No attacks. Shift trample? No. Got a 5/4. Shift trample? Does. Yeah, instead. Let's do that. Okay, we'll play Crawling Barons. We will activate this. We'll put him out. We'll fight their giant, their commander. Actually, can't do anything about that. We won't be fighting. Let's put the Hound Tamer in. That'll give me 5. Go to combat. No, I should have leveled this up first. I could level it up a second time. Yeah, we'll level it up a second time since we are running out of creatures here. We're gonna draw the Shadow Spear next turn. Ooh, Jace. We're not gonna necessarily draw the Shadow Spear. Okay, we're gonna draw Pelt Collector next. Yeah, I think it's worth to trade here. Damn it, I knew I should have double blocked. Now we can turn a lot of things sideways. We can turn all 3 of these sideways. That'll draw us something. I'm gonna put a counter on him. Draw a card. Play the Pelt Collector. We will end turn. Sword on top. Black Blade Reforged. Okay, Patrick. Frostpire Arcanist enters search your library for any source, and it was a card in your graveyard. I don't think he's going to be able to search for anything. But okay. Midnight Clock. Oh, conceded. Alright, that was a win. That was a good game. I think I was going to win next turn no matter what. We play that. Unnatural growth. Alright, on to game 5. Okay, here we are. Game 5 against BROKKOS. Apex of Forever. We'll look at him a little bit more in a second. But I don't want to see. I keep this one. And we're on the play. I land past turn. BROKKOS. Apex of Forever. Mutate, trample when you cast him from your graveyard using its mutate. Oh, you may cast him from your graveyard using its mutate. Okay, nothing special to worry about. At least nothing too big to worry about with just like what that banner does. But he can be doing anything. Is it just a mutate deck? I'm not sure. I'm gonna attack. Put in Yaris. Silvery Moon Rage. Silvery Moon. Okay. That Y was definitely needed. Okay, put in Toski. Get trigger to venture into a dungeon. Go into this one. I like this one. Turn some things sideways. Okay, he's gonna bounce it. And we get 7 damage in now. So I'm okay with that. They have their own Toski. Okay, he took the 2, I took the 2. We will attack with both of these guys. Draw a card. Play land. Next turn, I might just want to play the Black Blade. Equip it to Toski. I'm not sure. I'm going to lean more towards going wide. Maybe foretell him, play him. Potentially foretell him, mutate Toski, or something if they give me a target. I think that's what they're about to try to mutate. I don't think it's the best move for them. I don't know what else they have, obviously, but I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be really helpful doing that. Muted it. He did mutate the Toski. Does that have trample? Either way, we're going to block. We could play this, put it on him too. I don't think so. We're just going to go to attacks. I'm going to go to these. Actually, I'm with all three. Then he might be tempted to block this guy. He'll probably block this guy though. Okay, takes 5. Um, Undo that. Play him. Foretell this. Okay. All right, he's gonna kill him. That was my blocker. Not a big deal though, I don't think. We have one here now. Do want to do this. Green. I want to play her. Go to combat. Yep. I figured that was going to happen. That's cool. He takes 5. Good draw card. Might get a land here. Not a land. Not a bad card. But he's at 1, so we're on the precipice of getting a 4-1 streak with this Toski list, which makes me very happy. Again, you never know what you're going to go up against in this format. Random people you play against. It's always up in the air. Does that make him have lethal? No, not lethal. Okay. Got another guy back. What did he just put on there? A double strike or something? No blocks. Let's take the 10 and try to go crazy here. 5 trampling. Not. This guy has trample 6/7, 3, 2, 4. I need one more mana. Okay. Let's do Beast Whisperer. Let's mutate Toski. Over. He has to. They have to block at this point. But we can't really get through with anything else. I don't know why my cats can't attack. But why did double block? Oh, so I don't get the trample damage. So, forgot they were at 1. All right. Got lots of stuff over there, and a Professor Onyx. Nice. Ooh, they might have pulled this off. Oh, I can't kill that guy. Yeah, that's a good game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's a loss. I feel like I could have found a way to get that other points. There must have been a play mistake there. I'm not going to go back and analyze it or beat myself up about it, but overall, I'm really confident with this deck. It could use a couple of cards. I mean, there's a lot of cards I would probably switch in. I'm not going to get into it in this video. I normally was doing that, but I don't think I'm going to always do that because there's a lot of cards, and I just have to review them all every time just to look through everything. So I'm going to say I'll probably not do that from now on, but again, green is one of the easiest Brawl decks to build. You can get decent win rates. 3 and 2, I'm not upset with. If you guys like this deck and you want to see something else, now I'm looking for ideas. So comment below what you want to see me build next, and I'll see you next time.